Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy. Remember it so you don't have to.
So after I made the worst video ever made, I decided to do another one. The Silver Age Disney movies consists of Cinderella to the Jungle Book. Also, keep in mind, these are just my opinions. If you have different opinions to mine on these movies, that is awesome. These are just my dumb opinions. You don't have to agree with them.
Give me your fucking drink!
Like twice or three times.
Fine.
I
wanna buy a drink! No!
Good boy.
Chill the fuck down.
This is probably an unpopular opinion, but The Sword and the Stone is pretty mediocre. I liked the characters, and I liked the duel scene at the end. But a lot of this movie is really uninteresting to me. The animation is really lifeless, and although I liked the characters, the voice acting was really bad. Like, for example, you can tell the kid who played Arthur went through puberty during the making of this movie.
Oh, it's you, Merlin, sir. Well, no, I don't suppose.
That's some 1960s Kimber the White Lion bullshit.
Oh, Sir Actor.
Whoa, what?
Oh no! Oh!
But I think the main reason I didn't like this movie was because this is one of those movies you need to grow up with to enjoy. I don't have any nostalgia for this movie, unlike a lot of people who love this movie because they have fond memories of it. If you like this movie, that's awesome, but personally, I thought this movie was a little dull. Lady and the Tramp had one good scene and now everybody thinks it's a masterpiece.
Hi.
First, I need to talk about the stuff in this movie I do like. I like the fact that the two dogs aren't a perfect couple, like in other Disney movies from the Silver Era. They both have flaws, and I really like that. Also, the spaghetti scene is iconic, so of course that's my favorite scene of the movie.
The dog movie.
Oh it's warm!
The Hound! It's the Hound! Fox and the Hound!
I also liked the fact that there wasn't a villain in this movie, so that also makes it stand out against other movies from the Silver Era. Everything else in the movie is just okay. The side characters are okay, the animation is okay, the story is okay. To be honest, the only thing in this movie that was actually bad was the Siamese cat twins. They're really bad Asian stereotypes, and they also sing this awful song with super annoying singing, and I want to run these cats over. But yeah, I know this movie's a classic, and I know so many people love this movie, but sorry, I just wanted a little more out of it. I have a lot of nostalgia for The Jungle Book, because it was one of the few classic Disney movies I watched when I was a kid. That being said, this movie's a bit overrated. Shere Khan is an amazing villain, and so is Kaa. Mowgli is a pretty bland and kind of annoying character at times. Half of the songs in this movie are really good. Bare Necessities is a classic, so of course I love it, and My Own Home is criminally underrated. Songs are just okay. Also, I'm not a big fan of the sketchy animation. The sketchy art style worked in 101 Dalmatians, but I don't think it fits this movie as well. I can see why people love it, and I definitely used to be one of those people that watched this movie on VHS a lot. Yeah, VHS, because I'm actually 73 years old. But now, I think it's just decent. But you want to know what would make this movie even better? A goddamn Ghostbuster.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass!
101 Dalmatians is another decent kids movie. The best part about the movie is obviously Cruella. She's so glamorous yet so monstrous at the same time, and she can be actually kind of intimidating at times, especially during that final car chase. Also, I know this is gonna sound really weird, but my second favorite character in this movie is the cat that nobody cares about. I don't care, that cat is awesome. He should have been the main villain in Cruella. Also, I love the newspaper comic art style to it, which makes it stand out amongst the other Disney movies from this era. Personally, I wasn't a big fan of the parents or the dogs. They were kind of bland characters, honestly. But other than that, pretty good movie. Cinderella is a movie about rats. First of all, the art and animation in this movie is so beautiful to look at. I also love the music in this movie. It's really calm and peaceful, and it fits the movie really well. Also, I feel like way too many people shit on Cinderella because she can be an uninteresting character at times, which is true, but I always thought she was unique in the fact that she puts up with so much garbage with her family, yet still manages to keep herself happy. Unlike the other princesses from this era of Disney, I think Cinderella is one of the better ones. Personally, I think the most boring character in this movie was the prince. Why are all these old-ass Disney movies terrible at making princes and princesses interesting? But personally, my favorite part of the movie is the stepmother and the stepsisters. Holy shit, these people are evil. They don't have any magical powers and they don't murder anybody. They are just real people with real diabolical intentions of ruining this poor girl's life. I both love and hate these characters in the best possible way. Also, I'm gonna kick Mickey Mouse in the balls if they do another one of these live-action remakes.
Feel tingly! Like I'm gonna... No, I'm feeling tingly! I don't wanna go...
Oh, and also, spoilers for the book version of Cinderella, but in the original book, one of the evil stepsisters cuts off her toes in order to fit inside the glass slippers. God damn it, I hate books. Sleeping Beauty is the movie where that one castle in Disney World came from, so that's how you know it's good. My favorite part of the movie is Maleficent, who is without a doubt one of the best Disney villains. I don't even need to explain why she's awesome, because it's basically common knowledge that she is. I also like the three fairies. They have some pretty funny moments. I also love the medieval art style of this movie. The entire movie just feels like a painting you'd find in a Renaissance festival. I love the final climax of the movie where Maleficent turns into a super badass dragon and it's awesome. I even love the music, it's just so pretty. And now let's talk about the bad stuff. Although Maleficent is a great villain, she has one of the worst motivations out of any Disney movie. She puts a curse on the princess because she wasn't invited to a party. What the f***? Also, out of all things to put a curse on, why a sewing needle? And why do the kings just send the princess out of the castle to live with the fairies in the forest? She would probably be a lot safer if she was being protected inside the castle.
You don't think! You never figured out how to think!
Was it really that hard to just not put a sewing machine next to the princess?
Touch it, I say.
Not only is the plot nonsensical, but the princess, the prince, and the kings are some of the most uninteresting characters in any of these movies. So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in this movie, but there's also a lot of bad stuff. Personally, I think the pros definitely outweigh the cons, but those cons are still huge. And I know they fixed a lot of these plot holes I mentioned in the Maleficent movie, but that movie's not good, so I don't really care. Peter Pan is actually one of the few Disney movies from this era that I actually grew up with, so maybe I'm a bit biased, but I don't care, this movie's still awesome. I think what makes this movie so good is all the memorable characters. Peter Pan is a good character, even though he's kind of an arrogant prick. Wendy is also a great, nice character, and I kind of feel bad for her whenever she's being tortured. Tinkerbell is also a great character, even though she's also kind of a dick. But, of course, the best characters are Captain Hook and Smee. Captain Hook is so intimidating, yet so hilarious. And holy shit, Smee is so wholesome and funny, and he looks like the Keebler Cookie Elf. Also, the scenes with Captain Hook and the alligator are hilarious. I also love the relationship between Peter and Wendy. They both work super well off each other. If I did have one issue, it would be that the Indians aren't portrayed in the best way, but this movie still holds a special place in my heart. Alice in Wonderland is Weird Disney Visuals, the Disney movie. Alice is a great character that works off the strange Wonderland so well. The Mad Hatter is awesome, the March Hare is awesome, the Cheshire Cat is awesome, the frickin' Queen of Hearts. I love that although this movie can be really funny, it's also pretty dark. To be honest, my only problem is that I wish there was more of this movie. I kinda wish Disney made a sequel to this movie.
Oh my goodness! For the final father-fucking time!
But seriously, do I need to explain why this movie is so good? This movie is a cultural icon. Everybody knows what Alice in Wonderland is. Hell, this movie is so popular that people have been making this movie since the 1930s. Holy shit. What is... oh no. Oh no, oh god, oh no. Okay, update. I no longer like Alice in Wonderland. I'm giving this movie a light 1 to a strong 0. I'm putting this movie in P tier.